playoff Rondo, as everyone's saying, is real. This is what I mean about, like, clutch. James Harden. You know what? It's time to take you through my 7 levels of clutch. This is like Dante's Inferno, all right? Dante's Inferno, which is considered, other than, you know, Shakespearean works, the greatest work of literature in the history of the world, is about hell and who gets punished and how in hell, in the different levels of hell. And I have a kind of Max's Inferno of clutch to choking play. The highest level, the level 1, is the Mariano Rivera or Michael Jordan level. This is, you're the best who ever did it, ever. You're number 1. Under pressure, you get even better. How's that possible? Mariano Rivera, all-time adjusted ERA leader in the history of baseball for all pitchers over 1,000 innings. How'd he do under pressure? In the teeth of the steroids era, this skinny Malink, in hitter-friendly parks, in the AL East that spent the most money on their lineups, the whole thing, through the playoffs. Lifetime, over 140 innings pitched, which is like 2 full reliever seasons. A .7 ERA. That's 1/3 his career ERA, which is the lowest of all time. The best ever. How did he do under pressure? He got 3 times as good. Michael Jordan, the best ever. How did he do under pressure? His numbers, everything went up. That's the highest level. And then you go through different levels. I think the next level is you're great and you stay great. Or no, the next level is you're great. Maybe you're not the best ever, but you're great. And then under pressure, because now you've already set the bar high, harder to exceed that bar, you become one of the best ever. Fernando Valenzuela, Curt Schilling, El Duque, Orlando Hernandez. Guys like that, in baseball at least. Eli Manning. He's really good. Under pressure, he became an all-time great. And then under that, the third level. You're great, and under pressure, you stay great. Derek Jeter. Little overrated as a clutch player. It's not that because he was always great. Yeah, he was great under pressure. He was always great. Kobe Bryant, same thing. I wouldn't say Kobe got better when you needed him most. He just stayed Kobe Bryant, which is an all-time great. Tom Brady, for most of his career, fits into that category. I actually think he elevated later in his career to that top category, where he actually got better when you needed him most. But for the first half of his career, he stayed the same Tom Brady, which is great under pressure. Under that, mediocre players who become really good under pressure. Or good players who become really good, like Robert Horry. Or even, I'll give you another baseball example, a guy like Luis Sojo, Yankees like utility guy. You love to see him at the plate back then under pressure, but he was a backup infielder. Then you start getting to the lower levels. You're okay under pressure because you're so great that you fall down under pressure, but you're still, a valuable player because you're so good without pressure that even in your fall, you're still valuable. Greg Maddux in baseball was like that. Maybe James Harden in basketball. And now I'm forgetting the next level. Maybe I had this all worked out years ago. But anyway, the bottom level is you're an all-time great under pressure. Damn, you stink when you're needed most. I think Harden maybe has elevated himself out of that category. I think Peyton Manning was in that category for a while. A-Rod fell into that category late in his career. But Rondo, where does he rank in that? He is below average nowadays regular season because he's only 33, but he's been around a long time and he can't shoot. And in this NBA, that hurts you. And by the way, his defense was no good for a lot of this year. Let's be honest. And that's happened a bunch of times to Rondo in recent years. But when the playoffs roll around, this dude goes from, he doesn't have it anymore, to, no, he's an all-star. Rondo's an all-star in the playoffs all the time. Look at his whole career. He's always excellent when you need him most. That's what the Lakers have in Rondo. And when people say, who's the third wheel, right? You got LeBron, you got AD, but who else you got? Could it be Kuzma? Nope. It's Rondo. That puts him in the anywhere between the El Duque, Curt Schilling, Fernando Valenzuela level when he was young, when he was at his best. But right now, he's one of these guys who, regular season, But when you need him, he's an all-star. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.